What is up, guys? It's pretty early right now. I woke up early, so I was thinking, why not work on the Prelude? Now I haven't started it in I don't know, about a month, maybe 2. So I know that battery had to be charged. I threw it on charger last night and it should be good to go as of right now. But I remember I used to have this problem and it just started happening to me again. Sometimes when I'll try to turn on the ignition, all the lights will come on, and then when I hit to start it, it just automatically cuts off. And I know it's because I have crappy battery cables and the clamps aren't the right size and they're like stretched out and just kind of beat up. The battery cables actually have some corrosion inside of the insulation. So I actually, last night, I took out the battery cables completely, and I got some battery cables from this other car that I'm parting out, and just to switch out so I have fresh battery cables and consistent startups. I didn't notice that the intake actually tore, so gotta find my other intake and put it on. Took off the battery tray, took out the ground cable, took out the positive all the way from the fuse box coming all the way down, and I got them in the garage ready to be worked on. So here we got the other wire I have from the parts car. Real good wire, the correct size battery post, and the original OEM ground wire, the original post right there. And here's these other crappy wires that were on the Prelude. There's a lot of corrosion. I've cut back on these before, and it's just a lot of corrosion in there. I'm gonna need to take off this power line because I don't have it over there, and this one get rid of completely with a broken ground chassis wire. But let me go ahead and switch everything out real quick. Alright, got everything installed in here. Got the power wire running right there with the proper battery post there, the clamp. And then it just goes down there, connects there onto a mounting tab, and then there to the starter. And got the ground on top of the power mounting tab, grounding to the engine, coming through, OEM post clamp with a proper chassis harness. This should fix my startups, not having to pop my hood all the time and try to mess with the cables to get it to start, because that is super annoying. I just gotta go get the battery, throw it in here, and start it up. Alright, fingers crossed, hopefully this starts. Alright. There it goes. I just don't have the tie down for the battery. Alright, so this will be like my 4th time starting it. Just making sure it all starts up. No problems. So far, no problems. And again, no problems. So I'm saying that's done. Now consistent startups and really time to just get to all the little things now, because we have a complete running car, everything good to go. Gotta take care of little things like that CV axle, throwing grease everywhere, you know, and just do more of a shakedown, drive it here and there, and see what other problems we're having. Finally, I got this done after like 5-6 years of having this problem. If I would have done this back in high school, my life would have been so much easier. It's just one of those things I'm kind of just overlook, and I just want to work on other things in the car because it'll make it look better or perform better. And battery cables help too, but you know, you're not really thinking about that when you're young and just trying to go fast. But now I could really get to the small things, you know. Well, some of them aren't kind of like small things. On the top of the list would be the tensioner. I would like to get a manual tensioner for it, KS tune, change out the timing belt, water pump, front main seal, and also change out the pulley, the crank pulley. Right now on the car it has the H23 manual tensioner. Back when I swapped the engine in high school, you know, I had my old engine and I grabbed the manual tensioner off of it, just swapped it on. And some people say they don't have a problem with the tensioner, the H23 manual tensioner, but to me the belt is super tight, and you know, I'm just not comfortable with that. So I'm going to use the same setup I have on my 01 Prelude, which is actually everything set up like it was for the auto tensioner, but it's with the KS tuned manual tensioner. I like that setup, and yeah, I want to run it on this one. My crank pulley, they're made out of rubber, like in between on the crank pulley. I don't know if you guys seen it, but eventually the rubber starts to get old and it starts to let go of the crank pulley, and then you start to get a wobble in there, which will mess up your timing covers, and eventually your crank pulley could fall off completely, which I'm pretty sure you don't want that happening on the highway or something. Other things that need to be taken care of, I would say CV joint, ball joint, shocks, speakers, deep clean on the interior, exterior work, fixing the front end damage from the previous owner, and yeah. But like I said, the main thing would be the timing belt, because of course you don't want that to snap and then, you know, you lose some valves in there, or worst comes to worst, you actually break a piston. You know, I just want you guys to be caught up on this car and know exactly and how I feel about this car. You know, I love this Prelude, I love this generation, love the interior. It's just I don't know, it's kind of a forgotten Honda in a way, but I love it. I don't know why there's not more of these, to be honest. I know this is a little short video. All I did was change out the battery cables. For you guys that love the content and like to see all the little details of what's going on, and because I know I'm like that. Just reached 2,100 subscribers. That's a big achievement. For sure got more content, got more projects. You know, I got a mix of projects right now in the loop, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, because overall I'm a car enthusiast. I'm not just about Hondas or just about this certain type of car, that certain type of car. You know, I'm down with whatever is dope, and just seeing potential in the car and making it happen. But alright guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Hit me up, and as always, catch me on the Snapchat, on Instagram, and message me through there, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. I appreciate the support, and catch you guys on the next one.